Hey guys, it's Charlotte and welcome to the channel. I'm really excited about this video because it's the first video of 2023. Last year I didn't really upload a lot of videos, but this year it's going to change. I'm going to university only part-time now, so I'm hoping that means I can finally prioritize things like this channel. So to start off the year, I thought I would show you guys all of the whips that I'm taking into 2023. And it's a lot of them. There's really a lot of them. I feel like I've forgotten about a lot of them. But I have them all like stuffed in these bags. I think it's also a good idea for me to go through them, organize them a little bit, give them a better home. I'm not going to list all of like the yarns and the patterns and everything in this video because quite frankly I am fighting sunlight here. It is 4:30 and I keep forgetting that the sun sets earlier, so I'm going to film this as fast as I can with the daylight that I have left. But if you guys check out the description box, I will link the patterns with all of the yarn information down there so you can still get all that info without having to listen to me ramble on and on about it here. I started getting back into knitting last year, I think about half a year ago, and I kind of went cast on crazy. And as soon as I have like yarn, there's no stopping me. Pretty much every single like type of yarn or like sweater quantity of yarn that I have has been turned into a whip. One thing you will notice is some of the whips will look like this, just the start of a sleeve, and some of the whips will just be missing this much of a sleeve. It's so bad. Some of them I'm so close, and some of them I got this far. I remember this one I had a lot of fun knitting it for like 2 days or 3 days, and then I just stopped for whatever reason. I just stopped. So yeah, this is like one of the first color work projects. It's definitely one that's like the first full color work, and so I knew that it wasn't going to be perfect. And you can tell, I don't know if you could tell on camera very much, but there is like a little bit of puckering going on, especially at the beginning. I mean, this is where I cast on, and as we're going it's getting a little bit better, but I'm hoping that with blocking it'll work out better. But the way that this pattern works is that you work the sleeves first, you block them to triple check the length, and then you work the body. So I figured if I do like both sleeves, and like my first sleeve is horrendous compared to the second, I could in theory, although I doubt motivation will be super high, I could in theory reknit that sleeve before moving on to the body. But this is what I'm really excited about. When I was knitting this, I was having a lot of fun. I think this is like the right amount of color work where you have to like think about it a little bit and there's some variation, but it's still relatively mindless. Like once you have the pattern down, you have the pattern down, so that's really nice. I feel like this would be like a perfect even spring because it's a slightly brighter color, but like fall, just like that transition period of it being like a cozy warm knit without it being a full-on sweater. So at some point I will get back to this, but I will say the knits that are looking like this, the knits that are very much in the starting stages, I don't really think I'm going to prioritize those. The ones that need just like finishing touches or just the sleeves or things like that, I think I'm going to focus on them just in order to get through the whips, and then once I've kind of gotten through a few I can pick up the ones that look like this. But I am excited about this. Next we have a top. It looks kind of funny because it's on a relatively small cable, but this is from Unlucky Knits. It's a half twisted rib, but it's essentially just going to become this like ribbed tube top with then sleeves added. A super simple design. And I have I think 4 or 5 colors of yarn that I'm going to be alternating through, so I am really excited about this. It's one that's going to take really long, I know that. I mean, I'm knitting it on 3.5 millimeters and it's a half twisted rib. I decided not to go for full twisted because that just felt super freaking painful. But once it's finished, I feel like this is the type of top that I will wear so much, so I am excited about it. But again, very much beginning stages, so I don't see myself picking this up very soon. Okay, so also this is not in chronological order at all because I do not have the time to sit and figure that out, but this is the whip that I'm kind of currently working on a little bit more. It's this stripy sweater, one of the first like neutrals I'm knitting. I knit a lot of color, so with this one I figured to go for more neutral colors, and I love this design. It has these vertical stripes here, and then the sleeve will continue on with this. And then I'm currently working on the horizontals. I still have to sew or seam together the shoulder seams, but I'm currently just working on knitting the body and the round, and I'm so excited about this. I really want to prioritize this because this is one of like the cozier, warmer sweaters that I currently have in my whips, and I would love to still wear this like towards the end of January, beginning of February while I still can. So I kind of want to prioritize this because a lot of sweaters I feel like won't be done until the summer, and this is one like of those really cozy sweaters that I really want to be wearing, and I cannot wait to finish this. Like, this is so exciting. This designer, I cannot think of all of these names off the top of my head, but this designer, I love a lot of her pieces, and this was one that I kind of followed as she was making it, and I was like, I need this, I need this, I need this, and as soon as the pattern came out, I got it, and I'm so excited about this. I still have ways to go, but I feel like this is going to be something I live in, just to chuck on with jeans, fun sneakers, and good to go. So yeah, this is kind of one of my slightly more current whips that I'm working on and slightly higher on the priority list. Then, super randomly, I have a pair of socks. This was like one of the first skeins of yarns that I hand dyed. And after knitting my first pair of socks, like, they went super quickly, and then I kind of thought I could keep it going, and then I never really did. I still owe both my parents a pair of socks, but this is just a 3x2 ribbed sock, which I really do like. And yeah, it's in my own hand-dyed yarn. I will leave my Etsy store down below in case you wanted to purchase this colorway. This is the Van Gogh, and it's just like a combination of so many different colors, mostly blues and oranges with like some green in there, and I'm obsessed. I still have a ways to go. I do think this is a perfect commute project, and I did finally buy some short sock knitting needles. This is my next whip. This is one that's not like, it's kind of my whip of like, if I ever feel like going back to crochet, this is kind of the thing that I'll work on. I used to crochet a lot more than knit, but now I fully just knit all the time. But every now and again I get the urge just to sit down and crochet some granny squares because it's so mindless. But I have like lots of random colors of Drops Paris, which my mum had in the basement, and so I want to make a granny square cardigan. I'm dropping them all over the place, but this is like just one that if I ever feel like knitting a granny square, I'll knit it, and I know how many of each size that I need. Once I get to finishing them all, I'll assemble it together, but it's just like a fun on the side project that I'm working on. Okay, next we have one of my first knits. I think it's the first sweater that I casted on. It's not the first sweater that I finished, but this was gonna be my New Year's sweater, and I think I started it somewhere in the summer, and I am annoyingly close to finishing it. I was finished with the body and like half of the first sleeve, and then I picked it up and I was like, yes, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna keep going. I finished the first sleeve, which is looking incredibly long, I won't lie, and then I started on the second, and then I stopped. So this is one of the knits that like I'm so close to finishing. I don't even know how much, but I have that much of the sleeve left, and then I just need to like sew in like the neckband and things like that, but that's like the last of the knitting I need to do. And I'm excited to wear this sweater. It's definitely like New Year sweater vibes. I don't know how much I'm gonna wear this in the summer, but this is the Call Me Back sweater by Unlucky Knits. It's got this semi-open back, and I really like it. It's in the Hobie, the Metallica yarn. This is one of them ones where I'm like, if I sit down just for like a day to finish this, I could finish this. And I will work on it, but I will say that striped sweater is still slightly higher on the priority list than this one, but I'm so freaking close. I'm so close. Next we have this top I casted on just after Christmas, and I worked on religiously, super religiously, until about a few days ago when I picked back up that striped sweater. This is the Ingrid top by Gregorian Knits, I want to say, and I'm pretty much done. The only reason I haven't continued knitting this is because I need 3.25mm needles. This is knit in 3.5, and then the bottom hem and like the edging around the sleeves and the neck you're supposed to do in 3.25s. Now I have 3.25s from my Lika sets, but I sat on them and they snapped. So I'm yet to buy new ones, and the only reason I haven't bought new ones yet is because I don't want to just buy a pair of needles and pay for shipping. And I have a big collection of yarn in my basket, but I'm waiting, trying to get through a nosebend, trying to wait for a drop sale. And so once I order yarn, I will order the needles and finish this. but I'm trying to hold off just because I want to get through some of these whips before I cast on new projects. And again, as soon as I get the yarn, I cast on the yarn. So this guy, he's just gonna have to wait. He's just gonna have to wait, but it's definitely a summer top. It's knit in 98% cotton, 2% polyester, which is like the tweed detailing. I don't know how much you can see that on camera. So it's definitely a summery top, so it can wait a little bit, but I feel like I'll wear this a lot in the summer with shorts or jeans, like going to the beach. It's gonna be a very much worn top, but it needs a little bit of patience until I get my needles. But I am really excited about this, my first ever like lace work-ish. So yeah, this one is one of them ones like I'm okay with it being a whip for just a little while longer. Okay, now we're going back, I feel like, into the vault. I bought a bunch of drops Paris a while ago, and I was gonna make like a long sleeve cotton based sweater. And then I wasn't motivated for that, and I really wanted to cast something on, and so I casted on this top. I don't really think you can classify it as a sweater vest. I think it's very much a top. It's literally not even far at all. This is so bad. I feel like something like this I could knit up in a week and I just give up so quickly. But I'm not gonna frog these because I do like think I'll wear this once this is like just a top. It's gonna be like a sleeveless, almost like sweater vest top. Like just on a pair of jeans. I think this will be really, really nice. But the motivation to finish it isn't super high because it's not the most exciting project out there. But I feel like if I ever want to work just on more of a basic thing, I'll pick this up. Again, I'm not quite ready to frog it, but don't think this will be like one of the first things I complete. This has been looking like this for a while, I won't lie. Speaking of the vault, I have some more vault items in this bag right here. I have a pair of socks for my dad, which I was supposed to give to him half a year ago for his birthday. I don't even know, I have the yarn. Where's the, it's the same pattern that I just showed you guys. In this self-striping yarn. I don't want to talk about it. To be honest, I don't want to talk about it. Another thing that I don't really want to talk about, because it's kind of bad. It's kind of bad, but also exciting, but kind of bad, is my Eloise top. Now this guy I was so excited about, and I love this top. I think it's stunning. It's so like a bit of me. I think I'll wear it so much. I love the lacy popcorn stitch. Like this is just stunning. Don't mind the iced tea stain on the back that I hope we can get out, and otherwise we're gonna have to dye the whole thing. I need to do the sleeves. Now, I once tried casting on the sleeves and I miserably failed, tried again, miserably failed, tried for the third time, 2 months later, was successful, forgot to start doing popcorn stitch and needed the needles, and so I pulled it out and we're back to square one. So this literally is needing 2 cap sleeves. 2 short little cap sleeves and it's done. My dream top is done. Plus a button, but you know. This is just like, I'm disappointed in myself. Another item from the vault is one of the first things I casted on, and it's color work. And I'm just not very far at all with it, but it's the Excellent sweater vest, and it's currently on this like safety pin thing, so you can't really tell because it's folded in half. I have no words for this. I'm really excited about this. First color work, but it's the twisted kind of method, so it works really, really well. It's not that difficult. I don't really know what to say about this, to be honest. Motivation is just not super high, but I definitely do want to finish it at some point. I feel like this is very much a fall thing. I can see myself picking this up towards the end of summer when we go back into fall, which I know we're talking like half a year from now. But my motivation to knit this up right now isn't super high because I don't see myself wearing this for the rest of the winter, and I don't see myself wearing this in the summer. I won't lie, there's a few whips in here that I'm just not going to share with you guys because I'm going to frog them. I have a pair of colorwork socks, which was like one of my first knits. I decided to do colorwork socks. Like, who am I? And I'm just not happy with them, so I'm going to cast them off. I have some that I've like casted on. I don't even know what it is. I'm gonna cast off like a few bits here and there, not an awful lot, but I think it's like 2 or 3 that I'm gonna frog. This is another one on the whips that I'm kind of like slightly embarrassed about because I'm obnoxiously close to finishing it. This is the Tulip bag by Nesha Crochet. See this handle? I need to repeat this handle. I mean, I need to make it a little longer, repeat this handle, and it's done. So close. Like, this is hours of work. Like, this is just a matter of like a few hours behind the movie and I'm done. Yes, I'm annoying. Now this whip is like #1 priority whip and I haven't been working on it. It's a scarf from my sister. I was gonna give to her for Christmas, but I managed to finish the one for my other sister. I didn't manage to finish the one for this sister. I'm gonna go see her, I think, in like 4 or 5 days, and I promise I would have it finished. And I'm nowhere close. I'm nowhere close. So this is one that is like, I really don't try to myself to force to knit. It's something that I just want to keep as like a passion, and I try not to force it. Sure, sometimes like you have to force yourself to finish a sleeve or to sew in ends or stuff like that. But this is one where I'm like, okay, Charlotte, you have to force yourself to knit. So it's literally on my to-do list for today is to knit on this scarf, and it's on my to-do list every single day. Because I have to get this done. I just have to, and I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the colors. That being said, I have another one of these for myself in a different colorway, also as a whip, but it's in a cupboard and I'm not bothered to get it. I'm so excited about the scarf. I want this one for myself in these exact colors. Like, it's gonna be so nice once it's done. So this is like #1 priority knit. I need to get this done. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know how many whips you guys have. Are you a crocheter? Are you a knitter? Do you have a lot of whips that you're taking into the new year, or were you one of those people who could round off a lot of their whips before the new year started? If you're one of them people, congratulations. I very clearly am. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you in 2 weeks time for my knitting goals / knitting plans for the upcoming year, where we'll talk about things that I want to start, which is not the best idea considering all these whips that I have. But I will see you guys in 2 weeks. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Happy knitting. I will see you guys then. Bye guys.